Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive transformation in how work actually gets done. I mean, it's 2026, right? AI has completely rewired business operations from the ground up. We're not just talking about cool little novelty features anymore. We are looking at a full-blown architectural shift in the enterprise software stack. Honestly, if you want your business operating at absolute peak efficiency, you're going to want to pay really close attention to this one. Let me ask you a quick question, and I want you to answer honestly. Is your team still just using AI for simple back-and-forth chat? Typing a prompt, waiting around for a text reply? Well, if so, you're kind of falling severely behind the curve. The era of the simple chatbot, it's officially dead, gone. It's been entirely replaced by autonomous task execution. AI isn't just a passive conversational assistant anymore, it's an active worker, literally operating in the background.
Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1. The 2026 AI landscape, moving from chat to autonomy.
So, relying on a single, one-size-fits-all AI tool, it just doesn't cut it anymore, because the entire paradigm has completely flipped. But what does autonomous task execution actually mean for you day to day? Basically, it means AI systems can now take a really complex, multi-step goal, break it down, and execute it totally independently. We're talking about AI physically navigating interfaces, pulling data, and finishing complete workflows. Meanwhile, your human workers get to focus on high-level strategy and just provide the final approval gates. It's a total game changer.
Welcome to the new competitive landscape. Right now, these 6 major players are defining daily business operations. Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, OpenAI, Anthropic Claude, Perplexity, and Lovable AI. Now, we aren't going to get bogged down in every single feature today, but just notice how each of these tools now fulfills a really highly distinct, specialized role for a business.
Which brings us to Section 2, choosing your ecosystem core. Basically, setting the foundation of your business. The absolute first thing you have to do is establish your core. You can think of this a lot like real estate. You got to pick the actual plot of land your business is going to be built on. For most companies, this boils down to a heavyweight battle between 2 different philosophies. On one hand, you've got Microsoft Copilot, the sort of enterprise orchestrator that's heavily focused on legacy UI automation. And on the other, there's Google Gemini, the integrated ecosystem engine, which is just laser-focused on seamless cross-app workflows. They are taking very, very different approaches to how AI actually integrates into your daily work. Let's break down Microsoft Copilot first. By mid-2026, Copilot isn't just sitting off to the side in Word and Excel. The real standout feature here is Copilot Studio. They introduced these wild computer-using agents. These agents don't just rely on back-end APIs anymore. They actually understand visual interfaces. They can click buttons and enter data across old legacy ERP systems literally just like a human would. Plus, it's securely grounded in your Microsoft Graph, so all your SharePoint and Teams data is right there. But yeah, there is a catch. At $30 per user per month plus consumption costs, it's a really heavy licensing investment. And honestly, its immense value completely evaporates if you aren't strictly locked into that Microsoft infrastructure. Now, comparing that over to Google Gemini Enterprise, Gemini is frankly unbeatable for workspace users. It acts as this invisible connective tissue, pulling context simultaneously across Docs, Sheets, Gmail, Drive, the whole shebang. You can ask it to find an invoice, summarize an email, and build a presentation all in one continuous flow. But the real game changer is the Inbox Command Center. This is designed for deploying long-running agents that handle massive workflows over, say, several days. But just like Microsoft, the major weakness is ecosystem lock-in. To get maximum ROI out of Gemini, your company has to already be deeply entrenched in Google Workspace. If your team lives in Docs and Sheets all day, well, this is for sure your foundational choice. All right, moving on to Section 3, the specialized AI workforce, or as I like to call it, hiring your expert contractors. So once you've chosen your plot of land, you need to hire those expert contractors to perform really specific jobs. First up on the list is Anthropic's Claude. Claude is widely considered the absolute favorite for power users, writers, and developers. And why is that? Well, it comes down to its unmatched analytical power for complex reasoning, and honestly, its incredibly nuanced tone. It is hands down the best at adopting your specific brand voice, so your copy actually sounds, human. Plus, they have this artifact side panel UI. Your teams can generate code, text documents, or graphics, and iterate on landing pages in real time right there next to the chat. It's a massive time saver for content and dev teams. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is we have a totally different category of AI. Lovable AI. See, it's not a general chat assistant at all. It's actually a rapid prototyper. It allows non-engineers, people like your everyday operations managers, to just type natural language prompts and instantly generate deployable full-stack software. I mean, we're talking about building custom internal CRM trackers or utility dashboards without having to wait in line for months for your engineering team to finally build them. For your strategy toolkit, you've got to meet Perplexity AI Pro. Unlike the others we've talked about, Perplexity is an answer engine specifically designed to scour the live internet. So for daily operations that require competitor analysis or tracking real-time market trends, its live research engine is completely unrivaled. And the absolute most critical feature for a business? Verifiable inline citations. It literally footnotes every single claim with a direct link to the source. That virtually eliminates the risk of those business-critical hallucinations we all worry about. Plus, it's model agnostic, so you can switch back and forth between top models like GPT-4o or Claude, depending on exactly what you need at the moment.
And of course, we have OpenAI, right? The industry standard. ChatGPT Plus and Enterprise act as your ultimate versatile generalists. They offer this massive custom GPT ecosystem where you can build department-specific bots with zero coding required. But for businesses, its true superpower is advanced data analysis. If you've got messy, raw Excel or CSV files, OpenAI is just completely unrivaled at cleaning that data up and instantly generating downloadable, interactive Python-based charts. It's almost like magic.
Which really brings us to the core thesis of this entire explainer. To optimize daily operations, you simply cannot rely on a single solution anymore. You absolutely need a layered stack. The days of expecting one single vendor to perfectly handle your emails, write your code, search the live web, and analyze your spreadsheets, yeah, those days are over. True efficiency today demands a layered stack.
That leads us to Section 4, Building the Ultimate Stack, your 2026 blueprint.
So the crucial point is, how do we actually put this all together into an actionable blueprint? Well, it's a strict two-step process. Step 1, establish your ecosystem core based on where your company's data already lives today. If you're running on Office 365, you choose Microsoft Copilot. If you're on Workspace, you choose Google Gemini. Boom. That handles your data grounding and your autonomous background workflows. Then, step 2, you layer the specialists on top. You assign the right AI contractor to the right distinct team.
Let's bring that whole contractor metaphor to life with some exact departmental assignments. To maximize efficiency, you're going to equip your strategy teams with Perplexity Pro for flawless external market analysis. Next, give your marketing department Claude for that superior human-sounding copywriting. Then, supply your operations managers with lovable AIs so they can rapidly build out their own custom internal dashboards without bothering IT. And finally, hand OpenAI to whoever is doing your heavy data analysis and spreadsheet wrangling.
You now have the exact blueprint for maximum operational efficiency in 2026. This shift from chat to autonomous task execution, it's already happening across your industry right now. It's time to stop passively learning about AI and start actively hiring your new digital workforce. So, looking at your specific business needs right this minute, which AI expert are you going to hire first? Think about it. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.